Well, welcome back. With the governor's cutbacks on the state's education budget, we want to make sure taxpayers know exactly what that would affect at the district level. Pepper Baker breaks down where these cuts would have a direct impact.
Yes, public school districts have two pots of funding, money that comes from the state to fund their operational budget, and then the ESPLOST from local taxpayers. And we're taking a look at where the governor's budget cuts will have a direct impact. Bibb School's Director of Capital Programs, Sam Kitchens, oversees projects like building the new Appling Middle School and Rileydale Elementary, funded through the ESPLOST.
Our budget and our projections are based off a revenue from sales tax. So this department is wholly dependent on sales tax.
And those monies could only be used for those projects and not for our normal operating expenses.
Bibb School's Director of Finance, Ron Collier, explains how the governor's budget cuts affects their operational side, not the local sales tax funds.
Construction and the building of new schools is based upon the ESPLOST that the voters so graciously approved 5 years ago. And so again, as that was approved for these projects. Has nothing to do with the cuts that are happening now.
The Bibb School District's options for dealing with state budget cuts include a shorter school year, a 4-day week, furloughs, a job freeze, and a possible tax increase.
Those affect our operating budget. And what that means is that when the governor cuts that budget, he's cutting, and the number you've heard is 14%. He's cutting the district's funding, state QBE funding, and grants by 14%.
Now that 14% is about $18 million. Now the district did receive $10 million from the state's coronavirus relief fund, but of course that still leaves them with about $8 million in the hole. Reporting from home, Pepper Baker, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, the operating budget covers school employees' salaries and school programs. The board will discuss a plan when they meet on June 18th.